On Monday, November 6th, Donald Trump testified in his fraud trial. He became the first former president or president to testify in court. Donald Trump is charged with first-degree falsifying business records, 34 counts, in order to net financial gain. So on Monday, November the 6th, 2023, was the first day of testimony given by Donald Trump in his own defense. It didn't go so well because there was a lot of eye rolling in the courtroom when the judge ruled that Trump should answer the question or questions. So Donald Trump clashed with the judge as he defends his business records. So in this New York fraud case, everyone was waiting for the ex-president to testify. His sons had already previously testified in this New York civil fraud case. So Monday was day number 1 in the testimony by Donald Trump. NBC did a recap on the story. Let's take a listen.
We do begin tonight with the scene playing out in a New York City courtroom today. Former President Trump taking the stand in the $250 million civil fraud trial against him. The first former president ever to testify in his own defense, to take the stand himself. And it grew heated. Trump taking on the judge telling Trump's lawyers to control their client. The former president was seated between his lawyers at the defense table, then on the stand just a few feet from the judge, lashing out at him, accusing the judge of being unfair. Judge Arthur Engoron telling Trump this is not a political rally, telling Trump to answer the questions, threatening to eject him from the court. Leaving the courtroom for a break, but still under oath, the former president gesturing to reporters that his lips were sealed. There is no jury in this case. The judge will decide Trump's fate, the future of some of Trump's landmark properties. Even so, taking on that judge was clearly the strategy today. And Trump did concede he knew what was in the financial statements at the heart of this case. ABC senior investigative reporter Aaron Katursky leading us off tonight outside court.
Donald Trump arriving at court today to testify in a civil fraud trial, spoiling for a fight.
This is really election interference. It's all it's ridiculous.
New York's Attorney General unfazed.
I am certain that he will engage in name-calling and taunts and race baiting and call this a witch hunt. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters are the facts and the numbers. And numbers, my friends, don't lie.
It was tense from the start, sitting right next to Judge Arthur Engoron, Trump complaining he called me a fraud and he didn't know anything about me. The judge admonishing the former president, please just answer the question, no speeches. Trump did not comply. Calm but combative while hunched in the witness chair, Trump at one point grumbling, I'm sure the judge will rule against me because he always rules against me. Judge Engoron exasperated, calling Trump's answers non-responsive and repetitive, at one point yelling to Trump's attorney, can you control your client? This is not a political rally. This is a courtroom. I beseech you to control him. If you can't, I will. And threatening to boot Trump from court. Trump's response, this is a very unfair trial. I hope the public is watching. In a break, but still under oath, he gestured, his lips were sealed. The judge has already determined Trump fraudulently overvalued his properties and inflated his net worth to get better deals on bank loans and insurance. On the witness stand, Trump conceded he knew what was in his financial statements, acknowledging, I would look at them, I would see them, and I would maybe on occasion have some suggestions. But he largely deflected blame to deputies and accountants, saying, I have people, I pay them a lot of money, they're accountants, I assume they keep good records. Still, he claims when you factor in the Trump brand, he's worth a lot more than what it says on paper, insisting the numbers of my net worth are far greater than the numbers reflected on the financial statements. Therefore, you have no case.
So guys, drop your comments. It's a quick recap of what went on Monday in Donald Trump's first day of trial. This case is a $250 million civil fraud case. So one of the grievances Trump have against the judge is that he held Trump liable for fraud even before the case started. So that is the main bone of contention that Trump have with this judge. So he further stated that his priorities while president was, my threshold, he said, was China, Russia, and keeping our country safe. And this is why the judge, I guess, said this is not a political rally. Stick to the questioning. So Trump made his grievances a focal point of his testimony. And by the way, he's the front runner in the 2024 Republican Party, as well as overall. There was a poll recently done, and he is outrunning Joe Biden. He is the front runner. If a vote was done today, he would win, according to the poll that was taken. Now, I don't know what the demographics were in this poll taking, because we all know those polls are very subjective. So the judge found Trump liable for fraud even before the trial even began. And I don't know if that was a direct result of Trump airing his grievances against the judge and lashing out. I don't know if that was a factor. And if it is, well, we know this what's going to happen here. If he does lose, his lawyers are going to appeal the case, a higher court, for another decision to be made. Now, do you all feel as though the judge should have ruled the case before Donald Trump's testimony? The judge said that he committed fraud before he even testified. Was that fair to Donald Trump? Drop it in the comment section. I'd love to know. Even if the judge had all the evidence against Trump lined up in a row and he knew he was guilty of fraud, should he have ruled fraud before Donald Trump took the stand and the case got underway? I feel as though he should have waited until the last testimony of Trump. And when he had, because there's not going to be jurors. The judge is going to rule on this case, no jury. So I feel as though he should have waited until Trump fully testified the last day when he was supposed to rule and come in with a verdict, but not rule before the testimony is given. Yes, I know. Trump is guilty of a lot of things, but that's not the question. The question is, should the judge have ruled the case before Trump fully completed his testimony? So guys, drop your comments in the comment section. On that note, I am over and out. I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like bell, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I drop the next video. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.